dear Gabi Dreo-Rodosek, dear Ralf Wintergerst, dear cybersecurity community. Try to imagine this. You're sitting in your office, a couple of guys show up with security in big letters on their bags. They are in the CTO's office next door. And you ask what they are doing there, and they tell you, oh, just a quick security check on her desktop. They walk away with a hard drive, and no one asks for their ID. Fortunately, in this true story, the guys worked for a cybersecurity firm. They were hired not to check on desktops, but on how easy it is to fool people if you just display enough self-confidence. The company launched another cybersecurity training right after that. Does that story sound a little bit familiar? Maybe it reminds you of passwords stuck under the keyboard. Passwords that start with 123 and end with 456, which, by the way, makes 123456 the most popular password in the world. That's why I'm so very happy to be here today and to discuss this most critical issue of cybersecurity with you, the insiders, the experts, the researchers, and the hackers for good, the partners who have helped make this event possible. Thank you, and thanks to Concordia for the opportunity to share my thoughts with you. Because really, a hacked password or a stolen hard drive is probably precisely where cybersecurity starts, with each and every one of us. With our attentiveness, with our ability to observe our surroundings with open eyes, with the awareness of possible way to attack. Don't get me wrong, I'm totally excited about what we can already do today and what we will be able to do tomorrow. You all just saw the video about our vision for Bavaria. But all of us here in this room today also know which incredible damage can be done. Sometimes just because people still stick their passwords onto their computer screens, but also because many people still believe that it is not important to include cybersecurity into basic product design. This is true for consumer goods, just as it is, unfortunately, for critical infrastructure. Think tanks estimate that cybercrime will cost the global economy some $10.5 trillion a year by 2025. And this makes it more profitable than all major illegal drug deals combined. Germany's digital association Bitkom says malware and ransomware, DOS attacks, phishing and spoofing are costing companies here in Germany more than 220 billion euros per year. Last month, a ransomware attack hit Caritas, an aid organization in Germany. Baby food producer HIP got hit. The German Chamber of Industry and Commerce, hospitals, energy providers, and even golf clubs. It is an endless list, and every day something is added. Just take the recent attacks on Germany's train system. 2 cut cables put trains in half the country out of order for half a day. The required information about the position of the cables probably came from the web. You, the security community, has coined a fitting term for the combination of several forms of attack. They are called hybrid, an effective mix between hands-on and cybercrime. And while it is often next to impossible to find out who exactly was involved or why, we know one thing for sure: this is becoming even more popular. Unfortunately, it's playing an ever more important role in geopolitics, in the balance of power that we grew up with, and in the ability of people with bad intentions to do harm, with relatively few people from just about anywhere, with the ability to cause maximum damage. Damage, for example, to critical infrastructure that can cripple a region, a country or a continent and cause chaos on a global scale. As we all know, the war in Ukraine has given this development a boost. Russia has increased the use of cyber forces. And of course, Russian hackers are also targeting Europe and especially Germany. This is a stark reminder that we need to work on European digital independence so that we can protect ourselves. We need to regain control over data and communication systems, manage our own inventions and use our own digital tools for the welfare and safety of our citizens. But what does it all mean? You are the experts here. Your business is to think about this all day long, but I have the feeling you are too few. Not only today, you are in general too few. When you all raise your red flags of warning, too few people listen. And that's my most important call to action today. We need more of you. People who love tech, people who embrace technology, who thrive on complexity. And we need to start in kindergarten and in school. We need our teachers to talk about tech with shining eyes and inspire their students to learn about computers, to code, and yes, maybe even to hack. Because our country needs experts like you to be fit for the future. We cannot afford to be a society of technophobes and nay or yes but sayers. Saying yes instead of yes but means making a commitment and taking a risk. And Europe is very good in identifying problems. Now we need to make a commitment towards risking solutions. So let's be courageous, quickly. And most of all, we need networks and cooperation throughout Europe. Just one small example here in Bavaria is a joint platform where all offices that have to deal with cybersecurity can coordinate. On a European level, one example is the European Center to Combat Hybrid Threats together with NATO, which is based in Helsinki. But this can only be the beginning, so let's get back to where I started, where cybersecurity starts, to each and every one of us. It's on people like you and me to make sure our data is safe, our infrastructure protected, and our inventions and our communication channels secure. So let's make sure we understand how and why attacks happen. Let's observe our surroundings with open eyes, identify danger, network on a European level, and make sure our passwords are inside a password manager and not under a keyboard. Now I'm looking forward to sharing our thoughts and 2 inspiring days about an issue that is and will be a decisive factor for our peace, for our security, our privacy, and of course of our democracy. Thank you.